Hello everyone and welcome back to Farrello Realty. I am Carlos. Myself and my partner Lynn want to welcome you again to our channel, Building a House Virtually in El Salvador. Alright, so let's get to the point here. So this is the site, building is going on. This is the main terrace of the platform on which the house will be built on. This terracing had to be done over the past 2 months, okay, to get that to that level. Over here, we see the tin shed where the workers stay overnight. Not all of them, but about 1/3 of the crew that's presently working do stay overnight. So you can see them here. Okay, they're continuing working on the terracing. A lot of soil had to be brought in to get to this level because well, you can appreciate from right here, that view, the level of slope that this property actually originally had. So we had to build it up. Okay, approximately we have used 25 truckloads of soil to come in and compact it and get it to that level. This particular load of concrete blocks, okay, it's 1,000 blocks right there. That's $400. Okay, and we'll be using quite a few of those blocks. Okay. So there you have it. Some of the resources that we use a lot is sand. One truckload of sand like this one is $125. Just to give you an idea. Sand, obviously, very necessary in construction. Okay, it's coal when needed. The one thing about bringing in materials to your work site, especially this one, we are approximately half-hour driving from the city. Okay, we are in the rural area, up a mountain. So whenever we have to call for, not we, I should say, Don Vicente, he is the contractor. Whenever he needs material, more materials, sand, gravel, bricks, you name it, he calls someone to get it delivered. So you're not only paying for the material alone, so like, for example, those bricks that you saw there, the concrete blocks, all right? So that's 1,000 blocks, man. So there you have it, it's $400 for that load. Plus, depending on who he is calling, you're also paying for transportation. So that can be between $60 to $80 to $100 just to get them brought to you. It is mostly because we're on top of this one fairly high mountain. Okay, there's only one road in, and so when you're bringing that amount of material, especially heavy material, they tend to look at it and say, well, they tend to see the difficulty level to get those materials up to you, and so you pay for it. Okay, so $75, I think that's exactly what cost bringing in a truckload of sand and no, sorry, the blocks. The sand, that's what costs you $125, and that's including the transport. The other thing is we're using obviously a lot of rebar. The one thing that we had to ensure with building this house is that we are going to make it as strong as possible. The whole Central American region, in fact, starting from North America on the west coast, going all the way down to Chile, okay, it's very prone to tremors, earthquakes. So because of that, we wanted to make sure that the house that we build in El Salvador is going to be able to withstand whatever tremor. So that's why you see a lot of rebar going up. Every meter or wall has a half-inch rebar attached to it right from the foundation. So, and all the crevices will be filled with cement. So the structure is going to be sound, and that's exactly what we want. That's what we intend. So there you have it. The build, it's going on. We are now up to it's close to a meter high or so when it comes to getting the walls up started. Okay. On the last video, we showed you the process of building the terracing. So the terrace is almost, that's not quite there yet. Don Vicente has basically two crews working, one on the main structure and a smaller crew carrying on with the terrace, which we will show you on upcoming videos so that you can take a better look at how everything is going. Now, you see that there's actually a lot of puddles around the work site. Yes, and this is due to the fact that we started the build just as the rainy season started as well. A slight miscalculation on our part, but we're dealing with it. Don Vicente is ensuring that this will not hinder the build. So we're clear on that. What else? Okay, let's talk about costs a little bit. So you now know what 1,000 concrete blocks will cost you. That also depends on where you buy them. Okay, if you start buying material from the higher end hardware stores, you are going to pay more. However, you also don't want to just go and buy blocks from anyone that has a cement mixer or something like that and makes concrete blocks. You don't want to do that either. Don Vicente, the contractor, he has the responsibility to ensure that we're getting good material, good product. Okay, not just cheap, and obviously not overpaying for these materials. So we leave that up to him. He ensures that whatever material we're getting, it's at a fair price. So there. As you can see, the structure is taking more shape as the days pass, the weeks pass, and you're getting a better idea of the size of what the house is going to be. It's not a very big house, but it's not that small either. We'll share dimensions with you later on. Okay. All right. So costs. A load of sand, a truckload of sand, and I think they measured it in cubic meters. I do believe there's 16 or 18 cubic meters for that one load of sand. Well, that's $125. Okay, if you're buying gravel, it also depends on what number of gravel you are buying, because they have a 1, 2, and 3. 1 being the one really the smaller type of gravel, 2 is a medium size, and obviously 3 is a much bigger piece of rock. So we tend to go with number 1. A load of gravel is costing us about it's $225. Okay, gravel is one of those things that is being used a lot as well during this build. Okay, we need that strength. Other materials, clay brick, okay, or the artisan brick as they call it. Down there, which is the orange looking one or reddish looking one. That one there, that really depends on where you buy it or where Don Vicente gets it from. He really tries to go and get it right from the factory. And when I say factory, we're not talking downtown, the warehouse, or anything like that. No, he actually travels about an hour away from where the site is to a place where they actually make and bake the bricks, the clay bricks. The thing about that is that you can actually get them at about 20 cents per unit. So there you go. If you buy the same clay bricks in San Salvador at a warehouse, like a Home Hardware or something like that, then there's a good chance that you'll be paying about 35 cents per block. So there you go. So everything is different regarding prices, material prices down in El Salvador. It really depends on where you buy it. Okay. So here you have, this is the little shed they built where they also store most of the material so that it's away from the rain, away from the elements. This shed, it also acts as their sleeping quarters. Uh, 1/3 of them stay overnight. The remainder take off. They go home at the end of the day. They normally work from 7:30 in the morning, and I do mean 7:30 in the morning, they're starting to work, till 5 p.m. Okay? And then the day is done. The person that you see here on the left of this pickup truck, that is Don Memi. Don Memi has been extremely helpful to us. That's his pickup truck. He carries any type of material on that little pickup truck that you can think of. It is amazing. And obviously, we pay for his services, but he's very good, very fair with it. Now, if you take a look at this little machine on the left, that one right there, little, loader, that has been used during the construction of this build for quite a while. Okay, compacting, distributing soil, things like that. Now, the only thing about the machines, whenever you rent a machine from someone in El Salvador, is that, well, overuse of these machines tends to, well, give you this. The front wheel of this little machine just sheared right off during, work. And so there you go. We had a whole day, which we kind of had to stop with working on the terrace because this came off and it had to be fixed. Fortunately, the company that we rented it from came right over and they got it fixed. Don't know really how they did that, but they got it fixed. So there you have it. I can give you prices on how much it actually cost us to rent that little front loader. So there it is. This is where we are at this stage with the build of this house in El Salvador. We have a crew of 10 people at this point in time working on this site. We have rented a few things. If you have any questions regarding anything, what we're doing at this point in time in El Salvador, just let us know. You can ask. Okay. It's hard to give you a lot of detail in short videos, but we are trying to keep them short. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you again very soon. Take care.